Is your healing from chronic pain or illness stalled? This could be why. Perhaps you've been on this journey for a while. You're using all the strategies that are out there, and they're really useful. They work. There's research on them. They're effective. This could be somatic tracking, changing your thoughts and beliefs, changing your emotional relationship with your chronic pain or illness, starting to do the emotional processing, diving into that, whether you're doing journaling or some of the somatic practices on my channel. Maybe you're starting to regulate your nervous system. You're using, the somatic skills to touch into your nervous system, notice that fight, flight, freeze energy, process it. And perhaps you're even starting to work on, perfectionism, reducing your people pleasing, making your life have a sense of safety. So hopefully you're doing all of that. But sometimes people are using all the strategies and they're still not getting better. They're still not recovering. And so in this video, I want to discuss why that is. And the number one reason I see this take place, where people are using all the strategies and they're using them correctly, but the thing that they're lacking is the right healing attitude. In my approach, the somatic safety method, we outline the right healing attitude that you need to heal from your chronic pain or symptoms. So in this video, I'm going to dive into what the right healing attitude is and how you can start to cultivate it. Number one, lightness and ease. When we bring intensity and pressure to the strategies we're using or the healing work we're doing, that intensity or pressure is going to keep you in a state of fight, flight, or freeze. And over time, that will actually start to escalate and worsen your chronic symptoms that are taking place. Now, we can't force ourselves to have a light and easy attitude, but we can start to do things in our day to cultivate this lightness and ease. Essentially, we're trying to cultivate lightness and ease towards our pain, our symptoms, our emotions, our dysregulation, and our trauma, because this creates the right mindset where healing can actually take place. So here's some tips on cultivating lightness and ease. Consistently do the strategies or techniques on a daily basis, but don't do them too often or too intensely. Don't try to force your symptoms to go away. Attend to them with a light, easy, and curious mindset. Be curious how the strategies affect you differently each day. Don't set a healing deadline where you expect to be symptom-free by. Focus on cultivating lightness and ease in your day by talking slower, walking slower, doing less activities, having space for free time, and doing things that you enjoy. Number two, focus on safety. Instead of engaging in the strategies or the practices as a way to force your symptoms to go away, we want to use them with the mindset that we're using them as a way to cultivate safety. Safety is the cure to healing chronic pain and symptoms. All the practices I teach are just different ways we're creating safety in your brain and nervous system. We want to create safety with the pain and symptoms, with your nervous system state, with emotions, and in your life in general. And so I want people to be curious about what practices help actually cultivate a felt sense of safety for you, because this directs the right practices you need to be utilizing. A useful thing you can do in the morning that I used to do when I was healing is I would ask myself, what is one thing I can do today to feel 2% safer? This can help guide your day and what practices you're going to utilize. Number three, face your fears, pain, symptoms, emotions, dysregulation, and memories. I've said this many times before on this channel. You cannot heal by avoiding. Some strategic avoidance is okay, but a lot of people with chronic pain or symptoms, myself included, the strategies we use before coming to a mind-body approach is just to avoid anything and everything that triggers our symptoms, the actual sensations of symptoms. We avoid emotions, we avoid dysregulation, and certain scary memories. And so in our approach, we're having people slowly, gently, and compassionately start to approach these things. start to widen their world. I have never seen one person recover by keeping their world small and avoiding. And so the right healing attitude is you need to adopt an openness to approaching your sensations and to approaching the external world and activities. Number 4, view the symptoms as meaningful messages. Due to our medicalized society and our biological instinct, we assume when we have pain or physical symptoms that it means that there is damage or disease in our body. Everyone assumes this. Even my 7-year-old son, when he feels a symptom, that's his assumption. We've been wired to believe this. The problem is that a lot of chronic pain and symptoms are not due to damage or disease in the body. Your brain and nervous system essentially send you pain or physical symptoms as meaningful messages, letting you know that the danger level in your brain and nervous system has just gotten too high. They're occurring due to a sense of danger. And we can learn a lot from them. We can learn a lot from our pain and our physical symptoms by starting to interpret what are the meaningful messages that are being sent to me. This can help guide your work and can help change the relationship you have with the sensations. Number 5, lean into values, passion, and enjoyment. Chronic pain and symptoms has likely shrunk your world. It makes us avoid things. It reduces behaviors and actions based on values, passions, and what we enjoy. And you're not to blame for this. This is the natural human instinct to anything that's unpleasant. We just avoid. And so we shrink our world. And all of a sudden, none of the actions, none of our world involves what we actually value in life, what we are actually passionate about, what we actually enjoy. And here's the thing about healing work. Here's the thing about healing chronic pain and symptoms. You're going to have to do hard things. That's just the reality. You're going to have to approach sensations that are unpleasant. You're going to have to potentially process trauma. You're going to have to make bigger life changes that are really scary. But one of the benefits, one of the glowing benefits and rewards of doing this work is starting to build a life that is based on your values, your passions, and what you enjoy. And so part of the healing work is actually doing that. Don't forget about this. Don't make your whole day using all these strategies that are hard and giving no space for actually what you enjoy or what you're passionate about. Part of the right healing attitude is starting to lean into this and create a life that we value and that we really enjoy. So dive into this. And finally, number 6, have hope that you can heal. Hope is healing. That's partly what I want my channel to give you hope that you can heal. You've been probably let down by so many physical treatments where it was promised this was going to solve it. This was going to reduce your pain, your physical symptoms. This was going to help you heal, and it didn't work. But hope is really important to cultivate as we're healing. It's vital. And I believe in this approach because research shows that it's effective. I personally healed from widespread debilitating chronic pain, and I have seen so many clients get better using this approach. Now, how do we cultivate hope? How do we, we're not going to force this attitude upon you, but we can do things to cultivate it. And part of the way we can cultivate hope is looking for small healing wins along the way. A lot of people, when their healing stalled, they look at all the negatives, everything that's not going right, every sign that tells them they're not healing. But a way to shift this is you start to look for healing wins. So small healing wins could include having less fear, frustration, and despair about your symptoms, focusing on your symptoms less, pain and physical symptoms actually starting to reduce, approaching and expressing emotions and actually feeling safer with them, beginning to feel calmer and more at ease, approaching your life more and widening your world, reducing the pressure to be perfect or please others, healthier communication and boundaries with others, increased belief that your symptoms are neuroplastic. Now, these are just some of the small healing wins you can look out for, but this can be individualized. You might have unique ones for you, but reminding yourself of your small healing wins, maybe making a list and having a running list going, it's going to help you cultivate hope. So I hope this video was helpful. Please put your questions or comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.